Can you please describe how you shop clothes online?
Um, I when I shop clothes online, I either have seen something I want to take a closer look at, otherwise I just go onto the usual web shops I know just to have a look, and then maybe I find something that I like.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm on the lookout for something, and sometimes it's just to make time fly
Okay.
when you're in class.
So can you say how often do you shop online?
Probably once every 3 months or something. It's not that often because I don't have any money. But if I could shop online, I would definitely do it more often.
Okay. So why do you shop online?
I think it's really nice that you can see the selection of clothes. Like you can have, I don't know, 15 dresses on one page, and you can quickly look to see if you like anything. And if you don't, you just click on to the next page, see 15 new ones, and you can continue that way really quickly. So you can get through the variety of the clothes very quickly and see it in that way. And of course, the prices are usually lower than they are in stores.
So is that also why you did start buying online?
That was actually because Lena,
Yeah.
they always was on Nelly.com or ASOS, stuff like that, pages like that. And then I thought, hey, that looks fun. And I also want to look on dresses and see what kind of different things they have to offer and stuff. So I started doing it that way as well because I saw some of her dresses were really nice that she ordered from there. And that's why I started. Yeah.
Okay, can you please tell about your best experience when shopping clothes online?
Oh, that was actually the most recent one I did. I bought from this web page called The City Rack.
Yeah.
It's from London. I found this really cool jumpsuit thing, kind of formal jumpsuit. I wore it to Tuk the last time.
Yeah.
And it said that the delivery time would be a week to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So in between all of that. But I ordered it Wednesday evening, and it already arrived to my door on Monday.
Oh.
So it was two like normal days delivery time instead of the 7 to 14 they actually told me.
And it was home from London.
It was all the way from London, so that was brilliant. I was so excited that it took 2 days instead of what they actually said.
So do you have any bad experiences in online shopping?
Well, I don't have a bad experience per se, but for my birthday a couple of weeks ago, somebody ordered something online for me, and it still hasn't arrived. I still haven't got the present. So, and that was from, oh, I don't remember the page. Maybe it was Zalando.
Zalando? Okay.
Maybe Zalando or Miss Martins or something. It was just a nice formal top or something, but they wrote it in the card that it hasn't arrived yet, and I don't know when they ordered it. And I still haven't heard anything about it. So it's a very long time. It's almost 3 weeks, I guess.
Also, if you used to get it quickly, then
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any worries when shopping clothes online?
Yeah, I need to know who the sender is. I need to know that they're alright, like Nelly or. So I was a little bit worried about the City Rack because I've never heard about them before. But then I thought it was like 300 kroner or something like that. It was 18 pounds, I think, for the dress, and then of course shipping.
Yeah.
And I thought I have to take a chance once in a while, and I found it through something on Instagram that had recommended that page. So I thought, okay, if they can be recommended by somebody who has a lot of followers on Instagram, then it must be alright.
Yeah.
So that's probably my biggest worry, that I need to know who it's
from.
Yeah, who's sending me.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite web page to shop clothes on?
I would say Nelly, and now also the City Rack.
Yeah.
Because they're incredibly fast and cool clothing. And the usual with Zalando and stuff like that. I never bought anything from Zalando, but I have a lot of favorites that I want to buy.
So maybe you would buy that in the future.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you please describe your use of search engines when looking for clothes online? Search example Google.
Yeah. I don't use search engines actually.
No,
because I know those few, and that's what I stick to. Of course, if somebody says, "Oh, look at this cool one," it's from this page. I'll have a look, there, and maybe look more at that page per se. But I don't use search engines like I did when I had to look for my farm dress. But that was mostly to find stores, not to shop the dress online.
Yeah.
I just wanted to find stores.
Okay.
So I could find that. That was
find out where.
Yeah, I think that was the only time I used Google for something like that.
Okay. So, can you please describe how you compare prices from different internet stores, or if you don't do that?
I think normally when you find something in one internet store, they don't have it on the other. Like Nelly and Zalando, they have different things. So I wouldn't compare the price before I compare the dresses. I would say, which dress do I want the most, and then is it worth another 100 kroners than that one? And then I would probably say yes, it is, if I really wanted that dress. I wouldn't let a little price change make my decision.
Okay, so you don't think you have a need for a tool like PriceRunner or something to compare prices on maybe the same dress or something?
I'd use PriceRunner when it comes to more like a dishwasher or something like that, like bigger investments. But
computer,
stuff like that. When it's kind of something that has to last very long, or it's something you use every single day in a dress. You use it for a couple of parties and then you use it, then it's an old dress.
How often do you shop on sites you haven't purchased in before?
Rarely.
Rarely.
Yeah, I use the City Rack. That's probably the only example I have, because otherwise I use internet sites that I know other people have used.
Okay, so why? Because it's interesting to try something new? Or?
No, because I want to make sure that I actually get what I pay for.
Okay.
And that my credit card is not ripped off or anything.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to trust the site before I buy something. That is the most important thing. Because I've heard a lot of horror stories with people that paid for stuff and it's never arrived and stuff like that.
So, can you describe which channels are important for you connected with webshop? Like in social media?
Like if I see something on the side.
See something on the side of Facebook, then you go into a shopping page. Or...
That was how I got to Zalando.
Okay, so you actually use that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I can see that the dresses I've actually been looking at, they are now in the side of my Facebook. Yeah. So in that way, it's very annoying because I keep getting reminded that you want this dress but you cannot afford it and stuff like that. So definitely on Facebook I see it. But often I go on those social media through my phone, so there's no ads. So it's only when I do it on my computer.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any webshop you wouldn't purchase in? And if so, why?
I kind of have second thoughts about that Zalando now, that I haven't heard anything about that shirt yet, that top. But I need to know that it's a good website, otherwise I wouldn't purchase from it. So I need to know it, or if they have commercials on TV, I know that they're serious about their brand, so they will want to have a good sales, and they are good people, or good business people at least.
You already talked a little bit about it. Can you make it clear what would make you buy clothes on website? Is it?
It has to be very it has to be very
overview.
There has to be a good overview of the page, so it's not like buy this, buy that, and discount here, discount there. It has to be a clean, nice cut, so I can see, like, I want to press dresses, and then I want to maybe categorize it. I want this black dress, and I want it not to be so expensive. You know, you can kind of often you can say which color you want and the price you want it within, and it just has a long dress or a low dress or something like that. You can often.
So what's the first thing that catch your eyes when you go to a website page?
That on the front page there has to be something I like, but it has to. It can't really say. It can't pop everything. There has to be something that pops. Maybe often there's a front picture, and that picture can probably be colorful and everything. But if there's too many colorful things and stuff, I would just be like, wow, take it.
I don't want to shop there.
Yeah. Okay. I need it more down to earth, calm, and structured.
Okay, so what's the first thing you're looking for? Is that if there's a nice dress, you have to, or is that?
Yeah, a nice thing. Because
Okay, nice thing, yeah.
I kind of feel like the front page is a representative of what they have to offer.
Okay.
And if there's nothing there that I like, nah, I'll just pass it on.
Okay. Do you have any criteria to the shop you purchase in, like delivery and payment agreements, etc.?
The delivery. I don't want to buy anything from America or something.
Okay.
It has to be in Europe. That's just what I want. Basically, because I feel like when it's closer geographically,
yeah,
there's not so many things that can get screwed up along the way. So I see it, if it's closer, then the delivery will be smoother and faster.
Okay.
Payment agreements just have to be safe.
Safe, yeah.
Yeah. And I've heard a lot of people talk about the PayPal or PayPal, or however it's pronounced, isn't safe. But then again, some people say that it has to be PayPal to make it safe or something. So I always look for it, and I take it as a safe sign that it's there, because that's kind of like they have verified that the page is legit.
Yeah.
So that's what I look for.
So is there any country you wouldn't buy from? Is that America?
Everything that's not Europe.
Everything that's not Europe. Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe Eastern European countries. I wouldn't buy from there either.
Okay.
Because it is very condescending to think like this, and very general. But it's very generalizing. It's horrible to think. But they have a reputation, at least in Denmark, that they scam as much as they can possibly, just to get a little bit of money out of it. And they have to prove to me that it's alright for me to buy there.
Yeah, okay.
So that's kind of
so they have to make more effort to get you buy there.
But the best country I would buy from is definitely the UK.
Okay.
If it's not a Danish website, of course. So the UK.
Okay, I think we are almost in the end. Which pros do you mean